Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of WanderTrek. So, I'm in a different place today for WanderTrek. I'm on the devCraft server, so you can tell by the people who are on. And this is not for any particular reason except for the fact that I just was digging up some stuff for a project in the Nether and I died and lost all my stuff. So, I took a little bit of charity from earlier with this, and then I managed to get myself a couple good tools, and now I'm going to be strip mining a little bit. What the hell's going on here? Oh yeah, Brick Hunger was on a little bit earlier to help me with something, and she strip mined for a bit. So I thought this was good since this sort of fits in with what I do anyways. Might as well include it and kill two birds with one stone. So fill you in. So I think the obvious thing that I'm going to talk about yeah, I'm going to be borrowing a pick from a walker because I don't have any fortune anymore, so I'm just silk touching everything. Let's grab you. Okay. Yeah, so the obvious thing to talk about is the purchase of Mojang by Microsoft, which, I mean, to me, it came as a surprise once the rumors came out, because it just doesn't seem like a very Mojang thing to do, but stranger things have happened. So for those who don't know, Mojang was recently bought by Microsoft for $2.5 billion, which is pretty crazy. It was sold by Notch, and he's getting 70% of that, I think. And really, we don't know much else. There haven't been a lot of details released because I don't think a lot of the details are actually figured out. So for those who don't know, I'm going to go through like a little quick summary of what led up to this. So I think really it started when they announced that they were going to start enforcing the EULA. And this was back in July. And once they did this, a little while later, Evil Seth, who is one of the developers for Bucket, announced that they'd be shutting down Bucket because they felt that it did not comply with the EULA. Actually, I had like rehearsed this whole thing out of my head earlier, and I realized this gets a bit off track, but I'm going to talk about it anyways because this also covers the Bucket thing. And then Dinnerbone tweets that you can't shut it down because Mojang bought Bucket, which is also coincidentally how Dinnerbone got into Mojang because he worked on the Bucket project. But apparently a lot of Bucket developers didn't know this, and they sort of got angry because they'd been working for free pretty much, and they quit. So that, oh yes, diamonds, sweet. So yeah, that sort of was a blow to the Minecraft community. But during this whole thing, the whole EULA controversy, just checking for extra diamonds. Does not appear to be any. Notch was getting a bunch of crap from the community. Not like who are, in my opinion, the good members of the community, but like the immature death threat sort of community that tends to crop up on the internet. And he, yes, from what I can understand, he just got tired of it, and he was tired of being accused for doing things that he wasn't even a part of with the Minecraft project, and he decided that he just couldn't deal with that anymore, and he approached Microsoft to sell Mojang, and he is now leaving the whole thing. So from what I can understand from some of the Mojangsta's tweets, is that a lot of them, I don't think they were, either they weren't told about it or they weren't at all part of the decision, because it sounds like none of them really knew what's going to be happening, or like what their positions are going to be. I know Jeb is still the head developer of Minecraft, which is awesome, and it sounds like Dinnerbones are going to be staying. I don't think we've gotten anything from the Mog Miner. Sarge, who's another one of the developers, also appears to be staying. And so my hope is obviously that things don't change that much. But, I mean, things are obviously going to change. That just happens when there's a large shift like this. So basically what we hope, what everybody hopes, is that the change is either going to be very slight or for the better. Maybe both. Like, I know a lot of people have been speculating if there's maybe going to be a Minecraft 2.0 now, written like a lot more optimized, because right now the current Java version of Minecraft is very not well written because it was just a hobby when it started out. So if Microsoft redid that with all their resources, then that could be pretty decent. So it sounds like snapshots are going to continue once everything settles down, which is also very nice, because that'd make me sad if snapshots just didn't happen anymore, because that's one of the things that's really nice about the community, is that, or the Minecraft world, is that you can just look forward to new features every week. And that's one of the things that keeps a lot of people interested, including me. I mean, I don't think I would stop Minecraft if snapshots stopped happening. At least not immediately. But I don't know. We'll wait and see what happens. Let's fill this back in. So if you don't understand what I have going here with a strip mine, I think it's, I'm gonna have to count again, but it's 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9 by 9. And then basically I'm gonna be doing every other block. I'm gonna be digging out a tunnel, and I just basically set an amount of torches that I want to place before I turn back, so I don't end up going forever. So right now it's 16 because I had a nice even set of 16. So I'm going to now go 16 torches in this direction. Yeah, so I actually don't distrust Microsoft that much. Or at least apparently not as much as most people do. Some people are very salty at Minecraft, or Microsoft. I mean, I've had my bad experience with Microsoft, because back in 2012 I got the Nokia Lumia 900, which was like the Nokia Windows phone that was all hyped up. And then it was released. I bought it because it was really cheap and I needed a new phone, and I liked the look of the OS. And then as soon as I bought it, Windows Phone 8 came out, and none of the Windows Phone 7s were updated. And I was so angry at that, and none of the apps were updated, and it was just, ugh. That was a crappy experience. I just realized I also didn't bring a water bucket. Okay, let's take a look up here. I need to grab Lapis, because I've been doing a bunch of enchanting at the Enderman farm. Oh, it looks like I came over here before. Or maybe somebody else did. Yeah, which is also how I got the nice stuff, because I wouldn't have gotten that otherwise. Level grinding really isn't fun for me, so I just use the Enderman farm. Yeah, so I was pretty angry at Microsoft at the time, but I think overall as a company they aren't as bad. Like, if I'm trying to think of like worse companies, like if Google had bought Minecraft, I would actually have been more worried than I am with Microsoft. Just because Google has a tendency to do more evil things, I guess. And I mean, if Apple had bought it, oh god. I mean, I'm an Apple fan, but if Apple had bought something like this, which I don't think they ever would, because they just don't really match up, in my opinion, then I probably would have stopped playing the game, even though I like Apple. Good, but because just the philosophies just don't mix. But I mean, worse companies could have bought it than Microsoft. Microsoft haven't messed up anything too badly, besides Windows 8, in some people's opinions, in the past few years, so I'll trust them for now until I have a reason not to. So, that is that. So, now I suppose I should probably talk about why I haven't been making videos for the past week. The reason is unfortunately not quite as legitimate as I would hope for, but it is a reason. So basically, I'm still trying to figure out my school schedule. I mean, like, I know what it is, I'm just trying to figure out how I can make that work with everything else in my life. Anything I want to grab here? Gunpowder, maybe? Oh, man, that creeper bounced. And so, yeah, it's difficult. But I'll manage. So I wanted to just like go a whole week so that my schedule would my video schedule would technically make sense. But I decided I wanted to do a WanderTrek to talk about the Microsoft thing, as well as why I had been gone for a week, so I could focus my next devCraft episode more on what I've been building for the past week or so. I think the reason it started was because I hadn't made any significant progress in the museum, which I now have, which you'll be seeing on Friday. And then it just sort of carried over, and I had things to do, and everything was not working out. Hoping to find a little bit more diamonds on video. I'm recording this on the Wednesday of release, because Thursday was busy. I was building a lot on here as well, but not enough to really get any video out of it. I hear lava. I'm tempted to dig towards that, but I also just want to stick to the strip mine. Yeah, I had a bunch of really good books that I had used up a lot of them to get decent gear again. I think I used my Unbreaking 3 book on my boots. Oh yeah, I'm done here. Move to the next tunnel. Let's see how much time we have left. We have 6 minutes 35 seconds. Okay. So I want to talk a little about. Let's talk about something different. Something a lot different. How about photography? Because I've been learning that in school. Well, I don't know. We've been learning photography, and we just started cinematography. So basically, I've been learning about the different ways that it's hard to. Oh, I'm too lazy to do anything here. Oh, wow, that was really close. I feel ashamed that I missed that beforehand. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, nothing else. Okay, that brings us to a total of 10 unfortunate diamonds. I'm borrowing a fortune book from A Walker, who's on right now. So hopefully I can get like maybe 20 something if I get lucky. Okay, so yeah, with the photography. So I've been learning about all that fun aperture, ISO, shutter speed stuff, and how everything affects everything. And I think I'm going to probably delay the building guide one more week back, because I have an idea for another guide that I'm going to make. Can you take a guess at what it's going to be about? Maybe something that I've just been talking about. But yeah, I mean, since I've already that obvious, the idea of photography in Minecraft is something I don't feel is really thought of that much, which sort of sucks because there's a few things in the game that are actually pretty well suited to photography. The main one I'm thinking of is the brightness set in video settings, which pretty much acts as it would either be shutter speed after ISO. It's already have things, but yeah, basically the ability to make things darker or brighter, which also gives you the ability to make an HDR photo. For those who don't not know, HDR is high dynamic range, and it's basically when you take multiple photos of the same exact thing with different settings on your camera, which makes it brighter or darker, and then you post-process them all together. It comes out to this pretty cool effect where you can get both the really bright stuff and the really dark stuff in super good detail. Oh, more diamonds. Sweet. Oh, yeah. I'm still at the noob level, or at least not grind level, where getting diamonds is pretty awesome. Which, I mean, I sort of like it that way, because it sort of adds to the excitement of the game. If by excitement you mean strip mining for 20 minutes straight while talking about photography. That brings me up to 14. So, yeah, I'm probably going to be making a photography guide talking about setting up shots when you're taking screenshots, when it's good to change your brightness and stuff, and other various things that you can use to get cool effects. Like, one thing that, I mean, I just thought of that I'm probably going to include is, I'm not sure how well, if this works on like super long render distances, but sometimes if you're in a ravine, and if it's a big enough ravine and it's underground, you get this really cool effect with a fog, and it's like this sort of dark blue thing, and you can see the silhouette of the whole ravine, and it's just super nice. So I'm going to be investigating stuff like that over the week, and then you can probably expect something along the lines of that on Sunday, because that's when I'm going to be releasing all my sort of secondary stuff. I wanted to release something this Sunday, but like I said, I was pretty busy. Oh, how much? Oh yeah, I have 2 minutes left. It's a pretty good time. I feel like I've been sort of dull, but yeah, I'm getting back in the groove and everything. Look, I don't think I lost my shovel, now that I think about it, because I'd given it... The reason that I was in the nether in the first place was to collect quartz for a certain thing in the museum that Brick Hunger was going to help build, and so I needed quartz for it, and I didn't have any quartz on me. So I decided to go and mine it. And I actually given her my good shovel as well as some dirt so she could scaffold and build it. So she might still have my shovel, which means it didn't get destroyed, which is good. Now I'm also heading back because, first of all, we only have a minute left, and second of all, my inventory is completely full. So this stone's going to be super nice because I was running short on it, or running low on it, because I've been building a bunch. So I guess I can leave it off here. You'll get to see all the stuff I've been working on over here on Friday. But for now, if you liked, then... Oh crap, no, I still have 30 seconds. That's not going to take up 30 seconds. This is a conundrum, isn't it? I have to fill up about 30 seconds. Maybe I can do it in super slow motion. If you liked, then you can leave a like. If you really liked and would like to see more, you can subscribe. And until next time, Goodbye.